Do you have fibroids, have had fibroids, are struggling to get pregnant and think the fibroids may be an issue? Or if you're struggling in general every single month with period problems, heavy flow, and pain because of the fibroids, and are just tired of them and want them resolved once and for all. Today, I'm going to break down why fibroids are symptoms of a much larger imbalance from a holistic point of view, and why surgery may delay healing or may make things worse, and what you can start to really focus on to start supporting your body so that you can heal from fibroids once and for all. So first and foremost, fibroids from a holistic point of view are a symptom of much larger imbalances, not just your hormonal system. And that's what everybody gets wrong, even from a conventional point of view. Fibroids are much more part of your detox stagnation and your immune system. Okay, those are out of whack. And it's coming from a place of toxicity, toxins, especially toxic estrogens called xenoestrogens. They're in the environment, they're everywhere, they're on everything you touch, everything you eat. Mostly they're coming in through the food and the water you consume. So these toxic estrogens, unfortunately, in some women, can go to the vessel, which is the uterus, because the uterus is a holding vessel. So it likes when things grow. But fibroids are not what should be growing down there. A baby should be growing, if anything. And so you have this toxic environment that is just growing and growing and growing, which is something we don't want. And what makes it grow, or what enables it to grow, is heavy metals. There could be a lot of heavy metals in toxic pesticides that have been shown in the science to enable these tissues to start growing and growing. It's not just about estrogen. You have too much estrogen in your system. It's not so simple. And so something makes that estrogen grow. Heavy metals have been shown to enable this, especially cadmium and copper and the pesticide DDT. All of these are xenoestrogen. They make things grow, but they are the toxic estrogens. So you need that fuel for it to continue. Also, it could be fueling the tissue growth because of viruses and bacteria in the uterus. Everybody has them. But in some women with fibroids, these viruses and bacteria could be outweighing the good bacteria. And so this creates an environment where the tissue is growing and growing and being fueled by an imbalance of the bad bacteria or some viruses that need to be addressed. So you see how it's more than just, a hormone imbalance. There's too much estrogen, you're too estrogen dominant. No, that's very simple. And so it's larger. We have to address the detox, your liver and your detoxification systems, and, clean out the environment, which is the uterus, as well as your immune system. What's going on with your immune system? What toxins are overriding the immune system and diverting your energy to doing this and fueling this fire? So I hope you see now fibroids need to be addressed from all of these systems, right? And so one of the problems that we have is the conventional medical model, unfortunately, sees fibroids at the beginning as no problem. And if you're trying to get pregnant, they're small, they shouldn't be a problem. But when you take a step back and you look at why the fibroids are there in the first place and why they happen to grow in the first place, they are a much bigger problem, because these are underlying issues that could be delaying your fertility. They could be the reason why you have low egg quality or low egg count. So you have to address the fibroids by addressing all of these systems. And fortunately, a holistic model can do so much to shrink or even eliminate the fibroid tissues. And so conventionally, it's a wait and see approach. And this is very frustrating for you because you wait. And while you're waiting, you might have been told, well, let's put you on birth control to regulate your cycles, regulate your hormones. Unfortunately, birth control is synthetic hormones. They, from my point of view, my opinion, are toxic. They increase your toxic load. They give your liver more to do, more to detox, and more to create the stagnation where the liver is eventually going to get bogged down. And who's going to break down your hormones the right way so that you can start flushing all this stuff out? That's the liver. So birth control is one of the first approaches with conventional medicine. And unfortunately, it can really cause a lot more damage in the long run because the approach is wait and see. What they are waiting for, unfortunately, is for them to get bigger and bigger to the point that you have to have surgery. If they grow to the size of a lemon or a grapefruit, you're going to want to take them out. At that point, it's gotten too far gone. So surgery will be the only solution, but it's not the end all and be all, because what I've seen with my clients is that they grow back because you haven't addressed the underlying issues, which could be the viral bacterial load, the heavy metal load, the liver stagnation, and all of them all at once. And so you haven't addressed that, and surgery won't address it. It may be needed if it's gotten that far gone, but when they're small or they're at a point that you can deal with, there are so many other solutions that we can start addressing them with things that I'm going to share with you. The other thing about surgery that you want to consider as the end solution, especially if you're trying to get pregnant, is that surgery can create scar tissue, and it disrupts the sanctity and the vessel of the uterus. And so your uterus is a muscle, and with fibroids, depending on the technology, but they cut into it, so it can create scar tissue over time. So are those going to impact your periods? Are they going to make them lighter, or are they going to make them heavier? Most of my clients say that their periods have gotten painful and heavier after the surgery, and that's because there's scar tissue there that wasn't there before. And this can also delay conception because the uterus is hidden. It really is like in a little den. And so when you're cutting into it unnecessarily, then in my opinion, it can delay and disrupt certain parts of the way the uterus wants to be hidden and be protected in a way. So these are things to consider with surgery. So what can you do to start addressing your fibroids from a holistic point of view? Because it's completely possible to shrink them and eliminate them, depending on the size or where you are in this journey, because they are a problem. They are symptoms of a much larger issue. And so if somebody has told you, they're not a problem, my opinion is that there's a lot more going on than just a hormonal imbalance. So first and foremost, think about your daily inputs. Your diet is going to be crucial. You may have read that switching from red meat to a different meat might decrease the viral load or the fibroids. Not eating dairy and all of these animal products. And that's a good place to start, but it's not enough, because you have to decrease how the toxins are coming in every single day. And that is via your food. 80% of toxins come in through your food and your water. So you really have to invest in the resources to eat as clean as possible and understand what healthy foods may be contributing to the growth of the fibroids and cysts or other things that are in the uterus that shouldn't be there. So a low fat and a low animal product diet is a good starting point. And you've got to move. You've got to move blood flow to the uterus. You've got to increase circulation. Now, I'm not talking about abdominal crunches or HIIT or high intensity exercises. I'm talking about different techniques that can enhance blood flow to the uterus. Do you do abdominal massage every single day to enhance a good amount of fresh, new, oxygenated blood to your ovaries and your uterus? And by moving and enhancing circulation, you're starting to make sure that the pathogenic tissues have an out. They have an out either through your menstrual cycle or through your lymph nodes in the groin area. So by making sure you are not ingesting everyday toxins via your food and water, you can start addressing the fibroids, because now you know they are part of not just a hormone imbalance. That's the side effect. They are part of your immune system, your detoxification system, and what is going on in your overall health. Are you detoxing every single day faster than the toxins are coming in? Because unfortunately, we live in a world you're exposed to toxins every day, and they are affecting your fertility, they're affecting your egg quality, and they're definitely affecting your hormones. Fibroids are a picture of how that's playing out in some women. So are you making sure you're eating the right foods that are balancing your hormones, cleaning out your liver every single day, and starting to repair your detoxification, your liver, your kidneys, your intestine, and moving? You've got to move and enhance circulation to the abdominal area, to your ovaries and your uterus. And if you ever find that you need more support and you want to build out a roadmap that's specific for you to heal from fibroids, to heal from hormonal imbalances, so that you can feel better, you can have more energy, you can lose weight, you can have normal periods, you can get pregnant and start addressing these issues that are part of possibly why there are delays in conception, then let me know below. Let me know what your journey is. Are you dealing with fibroids? Do you have large ones that you need surgery? Have you had surgery? What's been the result of that? Do you regret it? Do you still need help in addressing these underlying issues that surgery or medication will not address in the long run? If you need more support, let me know below, and let's start that conversation, and let's make sure that you are addressing your unique needs, not what the blogs say, not what your sister may say, or women who have had fibroids that have dealt with it. You are unique. Your presentation is unique. Your organs are unique. Your bacteria are unique. So your herbs, supplements, your diet has to be unique to you. If you need more support, let me know below so that we can get started on building your roadmap to start healing from fibroids, so that you can feel better, have that energy, have normal periods, and eventually conceive if that is what your ultimate goal is. Take care.